Welcome to Flashbacks. You might be wondering, well, that's clearly not Liam sitting next to me. You're right. It is Damon. He extra person to GBHBL. Say hello and welcome him.
Hi.
That'll do. Yeah, basically. So, yeah, we're up to doing a new Flashback episode, and we're looking at an odd one, a really odd one. Populous to Beginning, and Populous to Beginning on PS1 specifically, because that's the only version I've ever played, actually. You ever played any versions of it?
PC.
The PC version.
Yes, I have, yeah.
Well, obviously it's how it was supposed to run. But anyway, Populous to Beginning, it's a real-time strategy video game and is the third entry in the Populous video game series developed by Bullfrog Productions. If you're thinking, oh, I've heard of Bullfrog, Theme Park, Theme Hospital.
Yep.
Those, yeah, they were big back in the day, not around anymore. The game was released in 1998 on the Microsoft Windows and in 1999 for the PlayStation on the PS1. And it was the first entry in the series to use 3D computer graphics. So as always, likes, dislikes, favourite moments, scenes, and bits of music. So, considering you're the newbie, you can start with something you liked.
Well, okay, well, obviously, I've got to start by saying that I've absolutely loved this game. This game is fantastic.
Yeah, it's why Damon was chosen for this one is because we joke within circles that ultimately this is probably the best game ever in the world, according to you.
It's so addictive, and it's hard to explain. Literally, I was playing it about an hour ago, so that's how addictive it is to me. But I mean, got to start off by saying one of my favourite likes is the spells.
Okay.
There's one specific spell in it. You probably might not remember it, but it's called the Armageddon spell.
Right.
It's a spell you can only get probably in the last 4 or 5 levels.
Right.
You only get it twice. And one specific level is called Middle Ground, and literally it's all 4 tribes are fighting for it.
Right.
And when you finally get it, you can cast a spell in the middle of the island and it creates a big arena.
Oh, I remember this level.
Then all your men appear in the arena, and literally it's just basically some massive battle royal.
I remember this level.
It's just absolutely crazy. It's just literally non-stop attacks, and it's just.
I remember the level. I can picture the sort of arena sort of circle. For some reason, I was thinking it was a volcano, but that's not that, obviously.
The volcano is obviously one of the other brilliant spells.
Yeah.
But I mean, you only get it twice, I think, or 3 times in the game. But yeah, it's a brilliant spell to get.
And it becomes like a battle royal, a free for all. Well, carry on. Go through everything that you put as for likes.
Well, another one is obviously going to be the soundtrack.
Okay.
I mean, I know. Carl hates the soundtrack.
No, not at all. Not at all.
He's always moan about it and make weird sounds whenever I play it. But it just sounds like, I mean, it gives you a buzz. It sounds like you're actually like in a tribe. It's like tribal music, you know. And,
it's tribal, yeah.
And I don't know. It's just like it's hard to explain. It just gives you a buzz when you're playing it.
Would you not say as well that a lot of your like for that music is nostalgia based?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Got any more?
And obviously another one would be it's a level called Bloodlust. Probably the second hardest level in the game.
Bloodlust,
yeah.
Bloodlust or Bloodlust?
Bloodlust.
All right.
It's probably the second hardest level in the game. It's literally just constant attacks. It's. I mean, on the.
Well, you like this?
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's literally just constant attacks. You never get a chance to build. You're always under attack, and it's just one of those fantastic levels, you know. Just repeat attack after attack.
Okay. Is that it?
That's what my likes. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm going to chime in with a few things as well. On a personal thing, I always love strategy games. There just weren't enough on a PlayStation 1. Ultimately, why would there have been? For up to that point, it was always PS1 and stuff like that. But I always loved strategy games. You know, we'd Command and Conquers and Warcraft, but that was about it. And Populous was a strategy game at its core, and that was cool. I thought the idea of controlling a shaman, being strategic about using that person as well as, you know, your standard troops and all that was interesting. And there's plenty of level variety and challenging scenarios. Each one was fairly different, particularly as you got further along and you unlock different spells.
Yeah, definitely.
And funny enough, you say that about the music. It's not, I don't hate it. I think it's repetitive. That's the problem. One plays over and over again.
Yeah.
One particular track more than anything else, which is the one that's playing in the intro, funny enough. But it fits. It fits the style of the game. So yeah, it fits that, as you said, it kind of fits that. What was the word term you used? You used a term for this, like how the game looks. That music that fits, like
tribal.
Tribal. There you go, tribal. And like the voiceover and sound, the voice, like the guy, the narrator, as over the top and melodramatic as he is, it works within it. The issue with we'll get onto dislikes now. So I'm gonna go with the pile I put, and you just chime in. So the obvious one is anyone who clicked in this video and has played this on PS1. It ran. This was not meant for the PlayStation 1. It was not meant for it. It ran like shit. We're not even talking about the saving and the loading. That's a 20-minute journey in itself, where all the 15 blocks of a memory card it would take up. We are talking about how the more units on screen, the bigger the map and so on, how it would slow down to a crawl.
Yep, I would agree. I'll agree with that. That is one, obviously. I mean, I've played the PS1 version and the PC version, and obviously the PC version is 10 times better.
Well, yeah, if you have a good running PC, it's going to run great, I imagine.
I mean, like I said, I played it. I was playing about an hour ago, and it was just literally jittery. Stop. Yeah.
I don't know how on earth we put up with that when we were younger.
I'm just so used to it now. Literally, I'm so skilled at the game. Literally, I know how to get past that.
If it was running properly, you wouldn't like it. You wouldn't be able to play it anymore. You'd be confused.
That's the thing. I mean, there is a way around it. When it starts going slow, pause it for about 30 seconds, then unpause it again, and then it speeds up again.
Oh, there you go. There's a trick for you.
Yeah.
So you talked as well about difficult level and the likes, but one of the things I don't like about it is that it does get really, really tough. To the point where I feel like where the challenge almost isn't fair, because you're then forced to rely heavily on the shaman rather than the strategy part of things.
Again, I'm going to have to disagree with that, because one of my dislikes is the fact that the levels are too easy.
Oh, okay.
There's 25 levels in total, and out of 25 there's only 2 hard levels.
Okay.
And that's Bloodlist and the end level, which is called The Journey Ends Part 2. And me who've played it so much, it's just far too easy.
Yeah, but you're talking about skill and learning patterns and stuff like that. I remember having to utilise the shaman like almost like an old, like the God mode, where you'd use them to knock troops into you know, because if you sent your troops in, you'd often get decimated.
Yeah, see, again, I'm different. When I play the game, especially in the harder levels, my shaman stays back at the base to defend the base, and I go forward with my troops.
Right.
Actually, I love the fact of building massive armies and attacking with your preachers, your warriors, your flame soldiers, and your standard grunts.
Okay.
And I love doing that. Obviously, every now and then you're sending your shaman to help out. But
I think we played this very different ways, but it's been many years. Well, I'll tell a lie. I did play it a couple of months ago for a while on an emulator to see how it ran. But it's the PlayStation 1, sitting over the PlayStation and all that, probably not since back then, really. And ultimately, the biggest dislike I have for Populous, and I think you'll probably agree with this, it's not really a fully strategic game. I'd have preferred it to have been what Populous 1 and 2 were, that you found out where you were God, and you like your Command and Conquers and Warcrafts.
Yeah.
I think that would have been a better game. I know it's hard to say that because we only know it as what it is.
Yep.
So it's kind of hard to be like, well, but I think that's my preferred strategic game. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to just have control of one thing with although it's all there and you build and stuff like that, that's secondary almost.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the building is. I mean, I think you get like 14 buildings in total.
Yeah,
it's a nice little range, and obviously you get boats, you get balloons, but I think overall it is, in my opinion, it is quite repetitive because it's the same thing over and over again.
Yeah, that's true.
It doesn't really. I mean, apart from I think there's one mission which is called Solo, which basically you arrive on the island by yourself.
I remember that. Yeah,
and you get all your spells, and it's your job to wipe out the entire 3 tribes by yourself.
I remember that. Yeah,
it's a cool difference.
Nice, nice. But considering you're already in control of the shaman throughout the entire game, it doesn't. It's not like a better variation would have been, oh, your shaman's not here.
Yeah,
crack on.
Well, there is that level 2 where your shaman's in prison.
True,
true. And you've got to break out of prison, which is the troops. But again, you're only facing one tribe, and it's so easy.
I remember that. It's fairly straightforward.
So I mean, one of the other dislikes, which I want to quickly say, is that it only happens in the PS1 version, and it only happens near the end of the game. Mm-hmm. It's a glitch, which only happens in the PS1 version, where literally you'll have an island full of trees, and then suddenly it'll glitch, and all the trees are gone.
Oh,
So then your troops can't build the buildings,
of course, no wood.
and they'll just stand there with the hands holding in the air,
Right.
Because they can't find anything.
The famous
And then
sort of.
yes, and then they'll eventually die if you don't.
Of course, because there's nothing they can do. Yeah.
On the PC version, no issues at all.
I'm not surprised that's a glitch. I can't really remember any specific myself beyond that, but then it's been so long.
Yep.
Right, favourite moments, scenes, bits of music. This is a tough one with Populous because ultimately it's not like a Metal Gear Solid or stuff like that where there's all these impressive things. But have you got any?
I mean, again, it'll be from a specific level. It's one level called From the Depths.
Right.
It's where you start off on a small little island. It's you being the blue team versus the green, and she starts off by sinking your entire base, and you've got to quickly rush with your shaman to build a boat to rebuild your island, and then you can seek your revenge by praying at a totem to sink her entire base.
Right, I remember this. That's kind of cool. Yeah.
I think it's called From the Depths. I think it's called. Well.
Cool. I mean, I was kind of what you touched upon in the very thing, but there's a lot of later spells. The one that removes land, it's stuff like that. Clever little things, and the one that extends land and stuff like that.
Yep.
The volcano level, I think that's probably the most tense one.
Yeah, I mean, I can't call now, but it's the first level where it's fog of war.
Oh, okay.
So the entire level's black.
Right.
And it's a rush. Basically, the first 5 minutes of the level is defending your base because you know the yellow shaman's going to turn up and fire a volcano on your base.
Right.
And 90% of the time, she always because if she fails the first time, she'll keep coming back until she finally gets in your base.
Yeah. So you've got it's almost like you're against the clock.
I mean, but the only issue is that she only uses it once.
Yeah, fair enough. So you just got to survive it.
That's the only problem. And again, another issue on the PS1 version is throughout the entire game, that's the only time the computer uses that volcano again.
Oh.
In no other levels did they use it. So I think the game should be hard mode.
No, to be fair, see that's a fanboy thing. I disagree because that you can use another good example of that. Then Command and Conquer, the only time a nuclear weapon is using them is the very first. These are overpowered things. You can't have them as you can't.
I'd like to be able to change the difficulty.
Yeah, they need an extra mode called Damon fucking mode.
I would love to see this like insane mode because it'd be just fun.
Yeah, you need like be able to go create your own one basically. That's about it really. Completing the game's pretty satisfying, which I have done as well. You've done obviously.
Yep.
So that's pretty cool. But yeah, there you go. There's our flashback of Populous at the beginning on the PlayStation 1. Let us know what you think in the comments. Hit that like and subscribe. Thank you for watching.